Hmm. Hmm. Now, I think I can do something. Oh, hey, yeah, there, guys. Now, so I'm looking sort of here, and I think I know what I want to do here. I want to sort of put in a village up here, and obviously have it sort of outside the castle. And I'm thinking about putting some really cool walls around it. So essentially, that valley over there will be blocked off by walls. I'll put a big wall up here at the top. And then sort of bring a wall all the way around. I'm not really sure how far it's going to go, but I definitely want to do that. Now I'll come back into first person. So yeah, since the last episode, I've done a little bit of exploring, and I got my experience up to 30, and with that I got a new sword. It's this one just here, that diamond one above it. So I have my decapitator, which is a pretty good sword, but then that one there is great. I'll cut off and I'll show you that one. So I'll be back in a second, but it's a pretty good sword. Alrighty, guys. Now I've just come back, so I've done a bit of exploring today, and I've made it up to 33. So I'm going to make a diamond sword, and we'll see how that goes. Um, in my enchanting table, I'm looking for sort of looting or something similar to that. So one, I can get more ender pearls, and also so I can get a bit more leather from when I kill the cows. So let's see how we go. Obviously, the smite is actually going to be really good because that'll be good for the Ender Dragon, and the looting is amazing, and knockback too. So wow, the only thing I think that can make that better would be sharpness 5, but sharpness 5 and flame. I think you can get flame on this. But yeah, that's just amazing. So yes, that my diamond sword, it's a brilliant one. The looting 3 is definitely what I wanted. The smite is good. As I said, I can use it for the Ender Dragon, I believe, because the Ender Dragon takes smite damage. And the knockback itself is really good, especially for creepers. I think that's the best thing about the sword with knockback is for creepers. Skeletons not so much because you sort of want to get in close and kill them very quickly. Alrighty, so it's just about to become night, but because I want to build a town out here, I have to move all the cows. So I think I'm going to move them downstairs next to the chickens. Not inside the same place as the chickens, but sort of definitely near the chickens. So we'll start heading down, and I'll show you sort of where I mean. Now, since the last episode, I did say that I have had time to sort of do a little bit of work, a little bit of cleaning up inside the MacLeod mansion, the fortress. I haven't done the wall out there, but I think I might do that soon, or I might just tack it on to the end of this episode. But yes, and I have from the first episode, this lever here was just one out further, and I couldn't reach it, so I've moved it in one, and there we go. I can reach it from there, and then as I come through, I can close it. I have disabled the light sensor, or the daylight sensor, because it was just getting in the way essentially, and I didn't really want it there. Now, as you can see, so this was the normal stairs that I had built, and then this is the chicken area. Obviously, you can enter from both sides, and there's a big, nice glass window out there, so you can see into the daylight. And what I have done is I put a whole new area in here. So here's one spot and another spot. And you might have just seen that I've added actually some stairs in here so that now you can actually enter from both sides, and you got so up there, and then the down is over that one. So essentially it makes it a lot easier. So it doesn't mean I have to run all the way back down there from my storage room. I can actually run out of my storage room and go straight downstairs, which is extremely useful. And I've sort of followed with the same thing, so with a crafting table in the middle, wood in the ceiling here, and this part of the mountain, this is where it ends. So this is pretty much the end of the storage room just here. But I don't foresee that to be too much of a problem because I'm just going to dig out here, similar to what I've done with the chickens area there, and from there that'll be sort of how we go. And I'm going to follow this same sort of build. Obviously, I've sort of changed in between sort of going this strut, then stone block, and then another strut, but I think I need the space for the animals, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do the same sort of thing that I have here, other than what I've done upstairs. Now, so what I might do is I'll probably just leave off here. I'll get into a bit of digging, and I'll come back when it's sort of more cleared out, because I think it'll be a bit boring. Otherwise, I might just speed it up, but I think there's too much footage to do that. But yes, I'll be back in a second, guys. Oh, wrong one. Bye bye. Alrighty, guys. Now I think I'm gonna hit the edge of the of the mountain here soon. So I'll put some light in so we can definitely see. And yeah, so what I try to do, especially with the torches, I try to do two at a time. Sorry, two break in between, so I can keep it lit and sort of to a pattern. It's actually going a lot further out than I sort of expected, which is great because I sort of want to give the cows a bit more room than I have sort of given the chickens. I was hoping that I can actually find. There we go. Okay, so this is where the edge will be, and there we go. Brilliant. So as you can see, that is the edge. And what I'll probably do is the same sort of thing I've done everywhere else. Sorry to block it in. That I'll put put a little platform to make it a nice big square area. I'm not sure if I'm going to sort of do what I did with the chickens here, where I put this in between middle bit, because I find it actually is a bit of annoying, but it isn't. It's a nice sort of design feature that I have in there, and I'm also thinking about maybe extending that wall all the way out until I get to the opening on the other side and putting glass panels up there as well, because I think that'd be quite nice, and maybe sort of making this just a centerpiece rather than a line all the way through, and maybe putting glass. Refilling in that there. So yes, I'll come back in a second and I'll have it all cleared out. Alrighty, bye bye. Alrighty, guys, now I'm back. I've fully dug out this area. Obviously, I'm gonna have to put some stone brick where the dirt is, and I'll fill in these spots where I found coal. As you can see, the mountain I just knocked out some of the blocks. I'll probably drop down there later and pick them up if they haven't despawned. But yeah, so as you can see, the mountain sort of ends very quickly. I'm going to actually take the next layer out because I want dirt to come in. But what I really wanted to do is I wanted to put in, I guess I can get rid of that now. I can put that in. So I wanted to put in some dirt so I get this grass to come in before I get rid of it, because I want grass to sort of grow throughout here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sort of dig out a space where I can sort of put all my dirt down now, and that way I've got plenty of room, because I'm sort of going to do the same thing where the first 3 blocks here are going to be wood, and then the rest of it's going to be dirt with either stone or stone brick underlying the rest of it here. So as you can see, I found the edge here, which is great. I think I'm going to come out to about, sort of come out, and I'll show you how far I want to come out. What I'll do is I'll go down to the ground and I'll put some supports there. So I'm going to keep coming out pretty much until I meet up with a level over here. Yeah, that's about where I want to come out to, because I don't really want to be able to see this from the storage room up there. So obviously I will be able to see it from here, I know that, but I don't want it to go past this area here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sort of fill this out, and then I'm going to take this top layer off and put that with dirt, and obviously change this top layer here from dirt to stone. But what I'll do is I'll do that after I've placed all the stone out. So yes, stay with me. I'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, so now I've cleared out the room, I've taken all the dirt off the ceiling. What I haven't done is I haven't done in here, but I can do that now. So essentially just removing all that I can from here. I'll get rid of that as well. I'll get rid of that too. Sort of want to keep it nice and clean. Bring him in. Actually, you know what? This would be a perfect time to use my new sword if he spawns in. There we go, he does. There he is. No, this isn't good. Sort of making a fool of myself. There he... Is he upstairs, maybe? Downstairs? Somewhere? Either way, I'm going to fill in this hole so I don't get in too much trouble, at least. Yeah, he's angry somewhere, but heck if I know where he is. So yeah, that happens sometimes, but you know, do your best. Let's see if I can do this. I actually don't think I can do that without moving that block. Brilliant. Alrighty, so now that's filled in, looks good. Once that grass sort of starts moving, I will we will fix it. I think it's because it hasn't got as much light, but either way, it doesn't matter. Now, what I'm doing now is I'm just going to fill in the roof, and I'll fill in the rest of the ground there as well. I know I could probably leave the roof double high, but I don't really want to, and that's preference really, rather than anything else. Oh, that's what a crafting bench is. I was wondering what that was. It's so the crafting benches that I placed in the floor. That's what they look like from the other side. Guys, I didn't have the best go there before. I sort of got knocked out of the house by the Enderman, and yeah, spent the rest of the night trying not to die. Oh, can't block very much for that. So yes, that was quite annoying. As you can see, all of my stuff is on the floor. Lost a bit of experience and all that sort of stuff, but I think nothing too major. Just run around picking it all back up. Quite annoying, I suppose, but it's what happens in Minecraft. That's actually my first death in this series as well. I don't think I even got it recorded, sorry. But yes, so as you can see, everything's sort of going back on, and I'll have to rearrange my inventory, and I'll be back with you guys just in just a minute. Alright guys, now I'm back now. Inventory is sort of better sorted. I'm just going through now. I've built the whole frame below, as you can see. I'll get onto the outsides in a second. I'll just clear out as much as I can of this cobble here. Obviously that grass is going really slowly. I don't know why, but maybe it needs a few more areas to spread to before it will grow. Either way, it will spread eventually, and that way I will get rid of that and I'll put the wood in, which is the important part, or which will essentially finish the build. And you might have seen I've pretty much gone through 5 or 6 stacks of stone brick so far, so most of my builds have been very stone brick intensive, but at the same time I have been removing a lot of cobble, so it's actually kind of worth it for the builds that I do anyway. That's why I've also sort of used stone brick, as well as I actually like the look of it. It actually is used a lot. Sorry, I like the look of it, but it's so easy to make and prevalent, or cobble so prevalent that once you have the stone, you can just build it and build it and build it. So yeah, so pretty much what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to fill this whole area up with dirt. I might just quickly put that on a time lapse to show how it's done. Alrighty guys, now I am back. So what I've done is you've seen that I've put all the dirt out, and now what I've done, I've put it all except for this one block here, because this last block here I actually want to put down the stone bricks, and that's going to be the edge of the farm, the edge of the cow paddock, and also where the glass goes. So that's why I didn't want to fill it in. Now what I wanted to do here was I wanted to put it in so the roof is actually going to come out, and I want the glass to be 3 high, so the same size as the room, and the roof's going to come out straight along here. I will fill it in as well, and essentially just be on the top of that and pretty much go from here to there, and I don't think I'm actually going to have enough bricks to do it, so I'll have to go upstairs anyway to get more bricks for the whole rest of it, but yes, it should actually, no, I might actually make it. There we go. So essentially this whole area here is going to be glass, and the whole roof will be these stone bricks, or yeah, stone bricks as well, and then I'll start placing out torches. When I do find some pumpkins, which will be like the best day of my life, I will start putting pumpkins in the ground, in the soil, here and in the other farm, and start removing some of the torches, because I don't Torches are nice, but I don't want torches everywhere in the base. So yes, I'll be right back when I have some more stone bricks and I finish the roof. 1 second. Alrighty guys, now as you can see I've laid out some torches so it's easier to see, and I've pretty much gone all the way out here. I did include some more dirt here, hopefully that grass will actually grow. Otherwise I'll just have to leave it for a while. Now it's time to put in the glass. Now hopefully I have enough here. I have some more being made upstairs, but yes, I think that should be enough for at least most of the windows, if not all of them. I do prefer the glass blocks. I know it's more costly, but I do prefer them just because it makes it flush with the rest of the world. And yeah, I prefer it. And also just to place them. It's a lot easier to place the block rather than the pane, especially when you're doing it sort of this wide, when you're not attaching it to the top or the bottom. You actually have to attach it in the middle. I know it's a minor thing, but it just makes gameplay for me a lot better. So that's why I do it. And yeah, definitely 2 stacks will be plenty. Plenty. Now, as you can see, I've built all of this. Excellent. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dig up this. I'm going to fill it in with the fill it in with the wood planks, and that way I'll be ready to go with putting in the fences and sort of quarantining it all off. Obviously, oh there we go. Now I can see, if you have a quick look further out here, that the grass is now spreading. Hopefully it'll go a bit quicker than what it's been currently doing, but you know, I don't have any control over that, do I? Alright, so as we can see, so we'll put out some wood and we'll just start filling in with wood. I didn't bring any fences or gates with me, so I can make them, but I think I have a lot left over, so what I'll do is I'll just go grab them from upstairs, and then I'll come back once I've filled all this in. I'll have to place out those torches on the fence again, but I'll do that once I put the fences down. Alrighty, yep, so I'll be back in just a second. Alright guys, so this is sort of how I want to do it, so I'll have a nice line of fences, and then have a double fence with gates. So essentially, if a chicken gets into here, they won't automatically come out, which is what I want, and I'll do that for both sides. So I have 58 fences and 4 fence gates, so that should give me plenty to use essentially. And place them all out like that. I'm not really sure how. I might change it up actually and do it like this, but I'll see how I go, if that's how I really want it or not as we go along. Well, that's worked out quite well. I'll just dig that one out. I'll put all I need is one grass block to get that little bit extra, and I'll be excellent. I'll do this with here. I'll put all the wood in here, so I have pretty much everything but the last ones there, and all I got to do now is just put the fence ones on. Feeling a bit I don't know what I'm really doing here. There we go. Excellent. So as you can see, it's all done. What I will do is I'll wait until after I brought in the cows to put the fence gates in, because it's a lot easier just to bring them through a hole than it is to try to pull them in through a fence gate, because they get stuck on it. Because it is wide enough for them, but they just do get stuck on it. Alrighty, so yeah, let's go get some wheat and let's start pulling them out. Oh, I missed where I was gonna go. Alrighty, so this is my wheat farm. Come in here, grab some wheat. There we go. What I was thinking of maybe doing is just putting some fences in so they actually can't go anywhere else. Because I have a feeling that they're going to be quite painful and stop and walk and do this and do that. Actually, I might just do that quickly so life is a bit easier for myself. Right, I think I'll have enough of these fences to do it. Yep. So what actually then I will do is I'll walk over here, I'll get my fence gate, and I'll put one there and one there. And that way, so all I got to do now is bring them in, and yeah, we should be right as rain. Hopefully, hopefully. All right, so it's now day. Hopefully, all the mobs will be burning up. Hopefully, there won't be too many creepers along here to cause us too much strife. No. What I probably should do is I should build a fence way to here. And wow, those I've never really seen that before. Cows on top of each other. I think it's because there's a lot of them in there, and that would be causing the problem. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll be back in a second. I'll build the fence, and I'll be back. Alrighty, now I've built it, and it's ready to go. I'm gonna walk down here, pull out the wheat, and hopefully I'll get a few of them to follow me. And by few, I mean pretty much all of them. Obviously, they've got to jump a little bit. Or can they not jump? Are they phased out on that block? Come on. I just literally only need two of them. Are they really having trouble with these blocks? Oh, maybe I've got to make it double wide for them to get up here. This is more painful than I was expecting, but hopefully now they'll come. There we go, got 1, 2, 3. Alright, well 3 is going to have to do. Hopefully all 3 will make it then. It's a lot faster when everything's flat. I have to say, I brought these in from about 100 to 200 blocks away, and it was not an easy task, that's for sure, because I had to bring them up the mountain, and it was just a nuisance. A very, very big nuisance. Oh, I've lost one, but I can go back and get him or her in a minute. Or her, I suppose, because these are cows. I hear a zombie, but I can't see it, which is a good thing. Alright, so it's now time to put my fence gate on. Put my other fence gate on. And look at that. Brilliant. My first cows inside my new pasture. Obviously, I'll have to put I'll be putting in a little shelter over here and some water for them to drink. But I'll do that probably in a later episode or when I'm off camera, and you can just assume that it will be done. As you can see, the grass is now spreading a lot quicker. Now there's a lot of extra spaces of grass, so I can get rid of those ones, and I can put in the final bit of wood planks as you can see now. And then, brilliant, there we go. And because these cows oblige so well, I'll give them some food, and our first little baby calf will be born. And look at that, brilliant. Sorry about that. Now I'm going to remove the fencing from the rest of the house, and I will also remove the fencing from where the cows are now. So yes, I think that's going to be it for the episode. I've now built this. I can start looking towards building the rest of the village now that area is clean, and I think this is doing pretty well. Obviously, I will like to replace the torches down here with pumpkins, and once the grass grows, I'll get some bone meal and I'll sort of grow out some grass to make it look nice and green. And yes, my cows are nice and safe. Alrighty guys, that's the episode for today. Thanks for watching. If you like what I've done, if you'd like to comment on anything that I've done, anything wrong, if any criticism, that'd be great. If you want to see any more videos, please subscribe to my channel. But yes, as for now, in the new, standing on my new grass and looking at my new cows, and they're looking out at their brand new view. Have a good day. Sin out.